Today, you're going to meet one of the most well-behaved Dobermans around, and he's just a great example of how amazing this breed can be and what you could do with your own Doberman should you decide to, get one of your own and join us Doberman owners. This dog has an amazing ability. Just with how cool, calm, and collect this dog is in the most chaotic environments, he is changing the minds of people and breaking stigmas about this breed everywhere he goes, and he's just the star of the show. He is so cool and calm, in fact, out in public, that we decided to give him his very own title here at Doberman Planet. So let's go meet him.
Hey everyone, my name is Lauren, and you're looking at the brand new Doberman Breed Ambassador for Doberman Planet, Apollo. Yeah, he's my buddy. Good boy. Come on. Hi everybody, my name is Lauren. I'm a married mother of 3 and I live in South Florida. We brought Apollo home 2 years ago when he was only 8 weeks old, and I tell you, he was the cutest little puppy you had ever seen, and I was so happy that he was going to be coming to be a part of our family. When my husband and I were discussing about what kind of dog that we wanted to be raised with our children, we were looking at all different types, all different sizes, temperaments, athletic ability. We were looking at everything. We ultimately went with the Doberman because they are naturally loyal and protective of their family, and they are very, very athletic and have a very high stamina, which is something that we needed for our active family lifestyle. But you say Doberman and you're like, ooh, Doberman. Ugh. You can't help but remember all that negative stigma about the Doberman breed growing up because they were always depicted as the bad dogs in the movies or the guard dogs. You never saw a Doberman as like the family pet with kids. You just never saw that. At least I don't remember seeing that at all growing up when I was a kid. But I knew that was not the case. Dobermans are just awesome family dogs if you raise them to be that way. So when we brought Apollo home, of course, we were going to have the puppy challenges, the peeing on the floor, what have you. But I think the biggest problem we had was the nipping and the biting. The nipping and the biting was a challenge for a couple months. And as a mother, I was a little heartbroken because my kids didn't want to play with the new puppy. They were running away from the new puppy because the puppy was hurting them. I had to help not only Apollo, but my children learn how to redirect. So we bought toys of all different textures. We bought rope toys, hard toys, soft toys, squeaker toys, anything we could think of, so that when we played with Apollo, and if Apollo was biting us accidentally, we would redirect with a toy and say, here, Apollo, chew this instead, or here, take this in your mouth instead. So that was the hardest thing as a mother, to not only teach Apollo, but just to teach my kids that you have to help train Apollo as well. And it worked out for the best because my children helped redirect Apollo almost every single time. And Apollo, he learned real quick that you don't bite us, you bite the toys. So when we brought home Apollo, it was right when COVID hit. I mean, COVID just shut everything down. So you have a brand new puppy. So how do you socialize a brand new puppy when everything is shut down? But luckily for us, the county parks didn't shut down. So with Apollo and my 3 kids, we were outside almost every day. We went to the county parks, we went to the playgrounds, we were at the walking trails. We were outside along with all these other people who were outside. So Apollo got to meet a brand new person, child, dog, every single day. I mean, it was amazing. COVID really helped us build his socialization, his foundation, because he met somebody new every day. Being a previous dog owner of other breeds, owning a Doberman just blew my mind out of the water. I mean, I have never met a more just dramatic, most loyal breed before. I mean, Apollo will look you in the eye and just try to convey what he's trying to say to you. I mean, I've never known a dog to do that. He is a very lovable dog, being a Doberman. And again, with that negative stigma, you never knew a Doberman to be a cuddly lap dog, but that's what he is. He is just a big lap dog. He tries so hard to just be with everyone in the family. He has to constantly be touching somebody. And if he's not, you will definitely hear the whine, and he will vocalize and tell you that he is not happy unless he is with somebody. And I've never known of another breed to actually do that. And another surprising thing was how fast he learned so many basic obedience commands, and not just commands, but also potty training. I mean, he was I don't want to gloat, but he was potty trained in a week. And that was really based off of the recommendation of using a set of bells at the front door. When we started potty training Apollo, we would put the bells at the front door. We would only go in and out of that door. And every time we needed to go potties, I would have him kind of nudge the bells with his nose. And that sound would let not only him know, but me know that that was his cue to go outside. What Apollo brings to our family is just a whole new level of fulfillment. He just completes our family. He is the perfect family dog for my 3 children to be raised with. He is very cool and just level-headed. He is very cuddly, very loyal and obedient. He is also super smart, and he is just one big goofball too. Generally, Apollo gets a lot of positive reactions because, ooh, a Doberman, and not just a Doberman, but a very handsome Doberman at that. And he just loves meeting new people, which really helps promote how awesome this breed is. One of the biggest things that I love to do with Apollo is participating in our local 5K races around town. Apollo loves to run. He is just a natural born athlete, and he is so great about running in a crowd of people, but that is because I built him up to that. You don't just put a leash on a dog and go running in a race with hundreds, if not thousands of people. That is something you have to train him up to do. And since Dobermans are just so trainable, he learned real quick how to be at my side, running in a crowd of people and running with me in a race. I mean, he is just amazing. He is always top dog at almost every single race that we run, and he is very popular. I mean, he gets his picture taken a lot more than I do. The one thing that I know that my kids love to do is to walk Apollo themselves. And now this is actually important because when I walk Apollo, people see an adult walking a Doberman, and if they're not okay with Dobermans or still have that negative stigma about the breed, then they'll kind of avoid us. But it's kind of funny how when you see a child walking a Doberman, how you see people perceive that differently. Like it's really funny because you could see them on the sidewalk and they're like, they see this 8-year-old little girl walking this huge Doberman, and the Doberman is awesome. He's walking on the leash like a gentleman. He's walking side by side. He's not pulling. He's not, acting crazy. And then here's this little girl walking this Doberman. And you can kind of tell when other people are intrigued, like, wow, like a Doberman is walking so nicely with that little girl, because it tends to have other people kind of just see this, I guess, the softer side of a Doberman. And the only way we do that is to help bring Dobermans out into public so that they can interact with people, so people can get a firsthand look at how great Dobermans are. They're awesome breeds, they're great family pets, and we need other people to know that. And now that I have a family, and now that I have a Doberman, the two just make sense, because Dobermans are just the ultimate family dog if you raise them to be that way. From a young puppy, the early socialization, the basic training, and all the repetition, he's an amazing family dog. And I'm so happy that my 3 kids get to grow up with Apollo and have him in their lives, because they get the firsthand personal look at the Doberman, and they're really helping me expose that to other people, because this negative stigma about Dobermans, it just needs to go away. And we are so happy that he's not just a pet, he's not just a companion, but Apollo is a member of our family, and we could not be any more proud of him.
Guys, Lauren's goal is to get out there as much as possible with Apollo and spread the word about how amazing the Doberman breed is, break stigmas and break stereotypes all along the way. Is he just one dog? Yeah, he's just one dog, but he showcases this breed so well, and you could do this too with your dog, that when you get out there and you start breaking stereotypes and changing minds, it's just an amazing thing. And we're proud to make Apollo the Doberman Breed Ambassador here at Doberman Planet. If you're excited about turning your Doberman into a breed ambassador of your own, or you want to get your first Doberman puppy and you really want them to be as well behaved as Apollo is here, then take a minute to check out my website, DobermanPlanet.com. There you'll find guides on everything from training, bathing, feeding, and even teaching your Doberman tricks in effective ways that Dobermans really understand so that this can just go incredibly fast and you'll get super fast results. And of course, there's plenty of free information there and help raising your Doberman to be as well behaved as possible, just like Apollo. You'll also find our recommended products list there, which we're always updating with the dog products that work the best for the Doberman breed. Because after all, as Doberman owners, we get really frustrated wasting money and time on products that are made for just, any old dog and not the incredibly unique type of dog that the Doberman is. So stick to the products on the recommended products list at DobermanPlanet.com and you should save yourself a lot of money and headaches too. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and before you take off, if you'd hit that like button, we'd really appreciate it. It's a super simple, quick way to support this channel, and it shows that we're doing stuff that you're enjoying. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, Apollo, and Lauren today. And of course, see you next week right here on Doberman Planet.